A very nicely kept open range 319 triple slide RLS wide body beauty just came back in on trade here at Highland RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Previous owners are multiple time Highland RV customers, and they're actually now 3-time open range owners. They traded into their first open range travel trailer when they first worked with us. This was their second and their first fifth wheel, and they just traded up into the next size larger. They like what this thing offers. The unique combination of wider body and deeper slides, it's something that they fell in love with and they found they could not get anywhere else. All they really wanted was just a little more bedroom space, and that's all that really facilitated the swap out. Now, one of the interesting qualities about this one is that with those dual 42-inch deep slides, even with the wider body, they come in too close together for a permanent fixed island. So the island is actually mobile. It's on casters that can lock in place when you want it to. But in transit, basically, it rides in the slide out so that you can actually, if you don't want the island, you don't have to have it. You can leave the floor open, you can move the island around, and it's there if you need it, and you can move it out of the way if you don't. Kind of a neat little dual purpose widget. But most of the time, this is what the island's going to look like for you. Once again, it is on casters. But all 4 casters lock, and it does come with individual wheel chocks, basically, to effectively lock that sucker down, and it does not move when you don't want it to. You're not even going to, like, drag it across the floor. It gets stuck. In a good way. Now, over here, you know what, let me back up, because this is important. The living space of this is really exceptional. We'll come back to the kitchen in a minute, but the living space here is really the signature calling card of this model. Because this thing, between the 4-inch wider body and dual 6-inch deeper slide outs, this has a 16-inch wider living space than what you get in even most luxury fifth wheels, like a Montana. This is 16 inches wider in the living room than a Montana. What that does for you guys is it gives you the ability to kind of live large and tow smaller. And that's really what this floor plan is for. So many people where, you know, like, man, I'm tired of the old 40-foot fifth wheel. I want to get into something smaller, but I still want that big camper feel and tons of storage. That's what this one is right here. Easy direct viewing, what I call no neck wrecker entertainment system directly across from that wall-hugging theater recliner. Up top, we've got a Bluetooth stereo. Right below that, a Bluetooth soundbar. Why double Bluetooth? Because try to find a soundbar that isn't Bluetooth. That's why. Now, all the appliances here, all the electronics are Furrion, so they all talk to one another with what they call Smart Sense technology. Long story short, what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that, like, if you whatever you tell the stereo to do, the TV will organically follow suit on its own. What's really nice here, though, is that extra pocket below the TV. If you want to expand your entertainment, you have the perfect little shelf to do that. Right below that, we have our electric space heating fireplace. Now, this gives us that, of course, huge living area, and this is absolutely designed to be a couple's RV, but it can be extremely guest-friendly as well. Because once again, the wide-body, deep-slide nature of this floor plan allows for something here that a normal fifth wheel just can't do. So you've got this tri-fold sleeper sofa that opens up here, and being wider body, we've got a 3-section sleeper sofa. It's actually wider than most. And you still have nice side stands with power outlets. And those outlets are really handy if you're going to sleep a bunch of people in here, because everybody needs a phone charger, am I right? Now, we'll get back to this in a second, but all the windows open for air here. I want to point that out. The sofa and the theater side windows all open for air. Now, we can obviously sleep a couple adults very easily, or maybe 3 kids on that rear trifold, but because this thing is so darn wide, you can still use one of the 2 cinema seat recliners right here, and it's got so much space, you can even still recline this thing. So, I mean, if we really just got to rack them and stack them in here, no sweat. And another thing that is kind of handy is that with a mobile island, if you'd need to, well, you could always just kind of shove the island into the slide out and throw down 1 or 2 air beds in here. So if you're going to have a big group buddy camping extravaganza, this one will get the job done. Now, not only do all the windows open for airflow, but you get a ton of them. So sofa side windows for airflow, other sofa side windows for more airflow, and they are all maximum height. They made every one of these as big as they possibly could, and you've got this nice big comfy cinema seat right here, those wall-hugging theater recliners, just begging you to kick your feet up. Now, Not only do we have like this giant atrium picture window here and here, but notice that the main entry door also is a full window. And it actually has a sliding panel screen built into it, so it's also giving you airflow, and there is a pull-down privacy shade right there as well. So if you want maximum airflow, you want maximum lighting, you got it. And you also have, of course, maximum living space. You also have minimum carpet to the tune of absolute zero carpet. And that is one of the other really cool things about this floor plan. Not only is it a wider body, not only are they deeper slides, but it is a no carpet living room. And what that gives us, guys, is just the easiest cleanability possible. And again, with no heat vents in the floor collecting dirt, debris, what have you. Now that is going to be a 15,000 BTU air up there. This is dual air ready, so if you choose to, you could add a second air in the bedroom. Right now, though, it could operate on a 30 or 50 amp site and get full service. Above the kitchen, speaking of airflow, next to that skylight, you've also got a max air vent fan. So if you really want to open some side windows and get some great breeze in here, you can. And that's what the previous owners did a lot of. They did a ton of boondock camping. They were big time, like, race enthusiasts, and they'd go down to Indianapolis for the week, and they'd live off battery power and fans, and they got the job done. Now, I did some research. I did some Googling. I put like 15 minutes of like real science into this, guys. And what I was able to determine is the total storage capacity in the kitchen area of this open range is, and I quote, redonkulous. It's absurd how much you can fit into this thing. Once again, if you are, quote, downsizing for one of those 40-foot luxury fifth wheels and wanting to tow something closer to 35 feet for comfort reasons, you're not going to have to really give anything up. We still get the 0 degree rating. We get the good insulation there, obviously, the big living space, and the kitchen storage in this is just absurd. This extra deep slide and this absurd pantry with all these pull-out drawers, it's just incredible. Plus, don't forget, guys, we still have the island over here that is nothing but storage itself because it rolls. It's not like they could mess it up by trying to bury a sink into the center of it. That is just pure prep space as well. And then you have what my grandfather would call his Baptist medicine cabinet, where he would keep, well, you know, that's another story. But the fact is, there's even, I guess, what I've more recently referred to as a pantry-tainment center here, where even the TV is storage. Every darn thing in here opens for storage. And behind both that stove and the sink, you have real tile backsplashes here. Your kitchen counters over here also, this is a pressed membrane countertop. So you can splash water all around with that high-rise faucet. No sweat. Not going to hurt anything. And that is a stainless double sink with a wastebasket right below it. Isn't that nice? Isn't that smart? Now, moving upstairs, there's a couple really important factors to talk about here in this bedroom. When you are going down the road, when the closet storage slide out over here closes, it will actually push the bed against the wall. You see how there's that cutaway under that nightstand right there? It will push the mattress the extra 6 to 9 inches over as it needs to. Then when you get to your destination, the mattress is on an easy glide system. You can just scoot it back to center so that you have a full walk around bed. And notice that we don't have that big terrible step up here. That is pushed more toward the front where you'd already be kind of climbing and leaning down into bed anyway. Now we've got a full walk-in height bedroom. So let me get in here, let me get in the shot. I'm 6'3" for reference, guys. So this is gonna be the height of the shower, the bedroom. You can easily like stand up in here and get dressed, even if you're a bigger person like me. Your TV hookups would go against the wall here. Previous owners, I don't believe they added a TV here in the bedroom, but they did some TV work outside. They might have actually, yes. It does look like they actually put them out right there. Never mind. Headboard recesses up into that crazy nose cap, but when you get up here, you notice a few things. So we've got the dual side stands with household outlets. Up here in the headboard, where you could set your phones and stuff up there, you have USB chargers as well. Now up here, this is where you would actually mount like a satellite brain unit, and they do that so that it is not going to make your entertainment center look terrible, although you could always find a way to put one in there as well. If you look over here in this closet storage slide out in the upper left, you can see that the previous owner added a small safe right there. He said, you know what? I just put that in there for a couple little valuable things just for a little peace of mind. I'm going to go ahead and leave that behind for the next person. Now, obviously, we don't have hanging closets here. So what they did is they gave us this huge slide-out closet. And what this allows for, guys, this allows the whole RV to be about 22 inches shorter than a full bed slide would be, while still giving you the big bedroom look and feel and good closet storage. Now, there's one more neat thing here. This is a brand new 60 by 80 true queen bed. When they bought their new RV, it had a queen in it, and they said, you know what, we want to keep our old mattress. Here's the thing, though. Their old mattress was a king. This is a king-capable model. You can see how the bed deck extends out a little bit past that. You have a couple options here. If you are like, listen, I don't like the RV mattresses that come in these things. They hurt my back. I feel like I'm sleeping on concrete. No problem. Swap this out and put a king bed in it, and you're good to go. Or if you're like, no, I really like the extra walk-around space of a queen bed, no problem. We can trim down the platform on below the mattress here to give you a queen bed platform. Or if you don't care that it hangs over and you want a queen bed, there, you're done. So you have some options here, and the bed does lift for storage below. But we're not done yet. I feel like an infomercial. But wait, there's more. You may have realized there is a dual entry bathroom at no additional charge. Just pay shipping and processing. But anyway, more seriously, yes, dual entry bathroom, tons of floor space in here, and this is a nice, easy porcelain foot flush stool. Now, over here, huge dedicated linen space, but you might notice right about there, we've got washer dryer hookups as well. If you are looking to do that full-time thing, if the concept of a public laundry service gives you the, scientifically speaking, heebie-jeebies, well, no need. You could throw a stackable or combo job in there. Just remember, you're going to have to remove those cabinet doors. Big radius shower, and again, remember, the shower plumbing is actually recessed into the floor. So the shower headroom height will be the same as the bedroom height that you already saw me demonstrate in here. And why not put a big vanity in just to kind of seal the deal, shall we? Now, kind of like the inside, there's a bunch of little oddball unique qualities on these old open range wide body models. And unfortunately, they don't build this anymore. I always really liked this one. This was our best-selling open range light fifth wheel. They decided to simply go a more standardized 8-foot wide platform, and this was really kind of replaced by the still pretty darn nice 291 RLS open range light, or the 2910 RL open range light fifth wheel. They also make a travel trailer variant of these. But you've got this nice big wide storage, and I like how wide it is. Wide storage is easier to utilize than tall storage, and this is the extra large, nicer power surge protector the previous owner bought for this RV. He said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get a new one for my new RV. I want new things for my new camper. The next people that own this, they can keep that. And that's a nice sign. Now, you've got those outside TV hookups there. Previous owner utilized those to great effect, and that's why you have this handy little feed-through cable right here. Well, cable feed-through, as it were. So if you want to, kind of like an office desk insert is actually what that is. You can run some TV cables outside and have a little like table or something sitting here. Note that they seal the piano hinges, and did you catch that these are magnet latches with compression slam latches or catches down below. Now over here, this is an odd little pocket. People used to always ask, what is this and why is this? And my answer is, why not? And it's what I call why not tool chest storage. Because this is a wide body RV, they had more space for little pockets like that. And that was just sort of one of the little results. Now, if you look down at the feet, you can see there's these little jack leg stabilizers hooked to the foot pads. And that's a standard issue item on these wide body open ranges even today, because it is so wide with those extra deep slides and bigger body. It could be a little tipsy and rock and rolly at your campsite. So they put those stabilizer jack legs on there to make sure that doesn't happen. Now up front here, naturally, this is like the big, what is that kind of thing. This was really well, Open Range had a patent on this, so you could not find it anywhere else in the industry. It's a king combo conversion pin box. If you want to, you can swap this out into a gooseneck. And the idea behind it when it was brand new is that you could do so without voiding your warranty. On a pre-owned RV, that's just not a concern. But the idea was that it had the structural integrity to be able to tolerate that. Now up front here, you do just have this nice big front compartment. But then you look over here and you're like, wait a minute, what the H? Why does this have 20-pound propane tanks? But do a head count, 3 of them. That's a neat little open range thing they still do today. They do triple 20-pound tanks. So you've got a hot swap tank. And what's neat about that, guys, is 20-pound tanks are less weight. They're easier to wiggle around and move around. Also, if it's a Sunday and you just straight flat need propane, You can swap that out at a gas station if you have to. 30-pound tanks, you pretty much have to get filled, and it makes things a little trickier. Now, there's a bunch of little smart things that kind of made me originally fall in love with Open Range as a brand that I still see here, and it's like I'm getting all the member berries looking at this RV. So over here, you've got a drop-down storage door, because if it flipped up, you'd have to duck under it with the slide, and that would be annoying. Dual batteries installed on this, which is nice. That's one of the things that we do for you at Highland RV. If it's a 50 amp fifth wheel, which is pretty much all of them, you get 2 batteries included with it. The docking center over here is completely separate from the storage, which is also cool, and it is fully privatized and enclosed. And that is really the beginning of where Open Range has reigned supreme for so many years with their insulation package, guys. This absolutely, 0 to 100 degree rated. Has been for years. Open Range has kind of always come out swinging that way, and you can see that this is kept clean, nice. There's no fading of decals, there's no like weathering of the skin or anything like that. This is in sharp shape. The previous owners, again, multi-time Highland RV customers, we knew them well, and they know how to take care of an RV. Power front leveling jacks, power rear stabilizers, and remember, we have extra deep slides. These are 42 inches versus an industry common 36-inch deep. We are ready for a rear view camera. Previous owners always talked about one. I don't believe they ever put one on because the little insert panel's still there. Or if they did, they put it right back to factory standard condition after they removed it. I'm not sure. What was I going to talk about back here? Oh, construction. Generally speaking, aluminum skeleton. We have heavy-duty plywood roof and floor construction on this, so it's built basically like, really what's cool about Open Range, they kind of build everything the same. So this is effectively built almost identical to something like an Open Range 3X. The only difference being standard 2-inch walls versus, 3-inch walls on a 3X. But what's also cool is in this size class category, usually you get 1.5-inch sidewalls, and this still has a full 2-inch wall, which is nice. You might notice frameless windows on the sidewalls and sliding windows on the slide walls give you a good combination of sleek looks, yet great airflow when and where you want it. And just like the rest of the RV, the roof is also in excellent condition. Now, it's actually been parked in a tree out back here for a couple days. I didn't realize that it was ready to go back up front yet. So most of what we're seeing here is just tree debris, but the actual roof material itself, everything up here, all the seals, everything is great. This has Open Range's PVC roof membrane. Basically, guys, the roof membrane itself, you never actually have to do anything to it, like wash condition wise. It is a different kind of material from rubber or TPO roofing. Now, I did not say this is a maintenance-free roof, so don't mix that up, because it does still have seals that you'll need to keep an eye on. But if you note, you can see how this is obviously, everything here is in good shape. You don't even need to do touch-up beads on this. This is just still good to go. The previous owner also added Max Air vent fan covers to both the bathroom and bedroom vents here, and the King Jack antenna system over here gives you the ability to get more channels more easily with a nice little signal indicator inside. And I did want to take a quick second to look at this front termination strip here so that you could see that is in ace condition, and it looks like that may have actually been peeled and resealed recently. So obviously the owner was again on top of the care, maintenance, and upkeep of this RV. Now, one quick thing to mention, I probably should have talked about this sooner now that I think about it. This was built during the time period in which Open Range's slide gearbox supplier was sending out badly engineered slide gearboxes. So if you look up Open Range service records, you're going to find a lot of them. People are going to say, well, the slide was bad. It actually had nothing to do with Open Range. It was the slide gearbox supplier came up with a bad slide gearbox design, and it was causing them to fail. We have replaced every slide gearbox on this RV so that you don't have to worry about it. We've gone through, we verified, we did whatever we need to do, because the last thing we want, the type of dealership, here's who we're not, guys. Let me say it this way. Here's who we're not. We are not going to sell you this RV knowing that it has a known issue on it, so that the first time you take it out, or even the 6th time, I don't care, you push the button and the slide gearbox fails, and we say, well, it's used, it's as is, I guess you've got to pay to fix it. That is not who we are. That is not the kind of business that we want to do here at Highland RV. So we've proactively made sure that this is going to be in good working order for you. And short of that, whether it's hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between. We do it all here at Highland RV. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.